So today's video is going to be a video on me testing a bunch of new makeup. I don't know, I guess they would call this the first impression. Before I get into this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified for future uploads. Today's notification shout out goes to Janine Martinez, who is my niece, and I love her so much, and I miss her because I'm all the way in California now and I miss her a lot. So yeah, if you want a notification shout out, all you have to do is comment hashtag notification squad in the comments of any video and you'll get one eventually. If you want to see my thoughts on all the products I used and how I got this eye look, which I'm obsessed with by the way, then just keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to try is this Pixi Skin Treats Vitamin Wake Up Mist. It is the morning, so I guess it's just like a refresher. I bought this at Gen Beauty and I haven't tried it at all. As you can see, it's like full. So I want to try it. I don't know how I can do a first impression of this because I think I need to see how like it feels for a little while before I actually like give it an actual thought or whatever. But I want to see how the sprayer is, how it smells, like how it feels just after, and I'll just like let you guys know. Okay. I like the sprayer-ish. It just feels like it sprays a lot. It like kind of hurts when it hits your face, jeez. But I like it. I think it's nice. I don't really like the smell that much, but it's I don't know. It feels energizing. Like I can take on the day. It gives me a nice glow for now, probably until it dries, but I don't know. I'm all for it, I guess. I don't know how to give my first impression on that. Let's just be real. The next thing I'm going to use is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Base. I got the small version of this because they just came out with this in Sephora. And I wanted to try it out first before I buy a bigger version. I've wanted to try this for years, but I've never like splurged for the bigger version because I just felt like, what if I don't like it? And I bought this whole big thing and it's gonna go to waste. So yeah, this is supposedly a moisturizer, but a lot of people use it as a primer. It's supposed to like control oil as well as just like primer and makes your foundation last all day, supposedly. So I guess we'll try that. Ooh, it's a lot thicker than I thought. All right. I'm gonna try to find a brush from this brush set. This brush set is from Amazon. The brand is called Vanderlife. They were kind enough to send this to me, but it is a very affordable brush set. It's $8.59 on Amazon. If you just look up Vanderlife makeup brush set, and it comes with 18 pieces, and it comes in this nice little sleeve. I'm gonna be testing this out today. Some of these brushes, I can't use them all, I don't think, but I wanna see if there's one that would work for this primer thing that I'm using. I just don't want to stick my nail in like that tub, so I want to use a brush. I like the smell. It applies really easily with the brush. Now I'm just gonna mix it in with my hands. Ooh, it makes my face feel nice. It smells like lemony. I don't know, we'll see how it works with foundation over top. It does give me a nice glow. I don't know if it's the Pixi thing or if it's this, but I do have a nice sheen on my face. Looks really nice. I don't know, we'll see. I'm also gonna prime with the Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer. Oh, it even adds, oh my gosh, it adds so much more luminosity to my face. Oh my goodness, I love it. I finally got the Kopari Lip Glossy, and everyone's been talking about this like crazy, so I wanted to try it. I do need like some sort of hydration in my lips before I put on any lipstick, regardless of whether it's a liquid lip or not. So I'm gonna try this out. I like that it's in a tube. I always like the tube lip balms. Ooh, it's really glossy. So it definitely feels really hydrating and glossy, and it smells really good. It smells like coconut. All about that. For foundation, I have the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I have not tried this yet. I did try the darker shade to cover up my tattoo the other day for something that I needed to cover up for. I have two shades right here. I have light 60 and medium 105. I need medium when I'm self-tan, which I am right now. I might have to mix the two because I don't know, it might be too dark, but we'll see. And I'm gonna be applying that with the EcoTools sponge, and I got this at Target. By the way, ignore my hands. I lost my tanning mitt. and I loved it so much, and I can't find it anywhere, so I used my hands, and now my hands look really bad. But whatever, ignore that. Anyway, this was from Target, and it came in a 2-pack with a lighter green one, and it's smaller. I think I'm gonna use this one for concealer, but we'll see how this one works. I used it one day and like really passing, like really quickly, so I had no idea like if I liked it or not. Like it really was not enough for me to tell you it's great or not. So yeah, let's see how this works. Okay, I might need to add a little bit of the light, so let's do that. Yeah, mixing the two is a lot better. So far I see it gives pretty good coverage. I think I need more of the light though. So I'm going to be doing this half of the face with this sponge and the other half with another sponge that I kind of forgot I had purchased as well. This is the Japonesque sponge, and I already have a Japonesque sponge that's like my favorite thing of all time, but it's angled. This one's different. So I want to try this one out and see like the comparison. Let me finish this half of the face first. From what I can tell about the sponge, it doesn't eat up product like other sponges do. I think it disperses the product really well. It gives a nice smooth application. As far as the foundation, it covers up pretty well, but I still have like a giant pimple right there that I need to cover, so I'm not sure about that. I might need to put another layer after this. So this sponge soaks up a lot more of the product than the other one. I think this is really buildable. From what I can tell, it's building up really nicely actually. It doesn't look too cakey. I actually really like how it applies with this sponge. Maybe a little more than the other sponge. I think it's definitely buildable. It doesn't really look cakey on either side with either sponge. I just really do need a pore filling primer because I'm starting to see my pores a lot here and in my nose. For concealer, I have the Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I'm really excited because the actual original formula, I was a huge fan of it, so I don't know. I don't know why they changed it, but we're gonna try this out today. I do notice that it's like a lot bigger than the original. It's in the shade Vanilla. Don't know if it's too dark or too light because I bought it online, so. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, thank God. I don't know if it might be too light. It might make me look like Donald Trump a bit. I'm gonna use a tiny Eco Tool sponge. Let's see how it blends out the concealer. So this consistency reminds me a lot of Shape Tape, which I've heard a lot of people say about this concealer. So it might be a new dupe. I don't know the prices off the top of my head, but I can leave them in the description if you're interested, just so you know if one is pricier. But I believe this one comes with more because it's like a lot bigger. I am not a fan of the sponge for under eye stuff. I'm gonna try this sponge. I know it's a little bit bigger, but it started creasing, and I don't think it's the concealer. I thought it was the sponge. Let's see. Yeah, that sponge is definitely a no for me. The little one. The bigger one's alright, but I think there's a lot of other sponges that are better out there. I think it's Kathleen Lights, but she swears by that sponge, the Eco Tool sponge. I don't know. I'm not a giant fan of it. I'm not really digging the foundation right now, the way the concealer applied over this foundation. Maybe it's because it's too matte for me. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I guess I'm gonna set it right now, and I'm gonna use, obviously, the No Filter setting powder. I got the shade Translucent. I'm gonna be trying it with this brush from the brush set that I was talking about earlier. Not a lot of product comes out of this. I'm gonna try to bake with this. Just kind of pat it down. Ooh, I love this. Oh my gosh, it completely blurred out what was caking in my under eye. This brush is really nice too. First impressions right off the bat, it definitely blurred all of the like fine lines from my under eye and my like the center of my face so well. It's really finely milled. I really like this powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe because I think I don't know, it baked a little bit but not too much because of the brush. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows now. I do have a new brow product though. Where is it? This is the Ofra Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Universal. I'm not sure how an eyebrow pencil can be universal, just being honest, because everyone has different color eyebrow hair. Let's just be real. Seems like a really deep reddish brown. I swatched it right now so you can see, and it is an actual pencil you have to sharpen, which I'm not usually a fan of. It doesn't come with a like thingy bobber, but the brush set comes with one, so I'm gonna be using it anyway. Let's see how this applies. So the pencil itself is not it's not like too hard. I thought it was gonna be too hard. That's why I don't like pencils. It's actually quite soft. It blends out really easily. It makes these lines pretty easily as well, but it matches my brow hair really well, but I don't like the color, I'm not gonna lie. I don't usually match my brow hair perfectly. I actually make it a little bit more like light. I don't know how to explain it. I use soft brown and Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you're interested in knowing what I usually use, this would probably be dark brown or like chocolate. It appears more gray though. Ooh, that helps a lot actually. I think it's a little too soft. I think that makes it difficult to work with and difficult to put it where you exactly want it, and my brows look really strange right now. But this little guy helps a lot, so. It's not my favorite thing in the world, I'm not gonna lie. That's a really big F for me. All right, I'm gonna move on to eyes. I've had this palette for so long and I haven't used it yet because I haven't found an occasion to use it, but it's the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette. These are the colors I'm working with today. I have a look in mind that I want to achieve, so let's see if this works. I'm going to be taking the yellow first, and that's going to be going all over my crease in windshield wiper motions. That yellow blends out so nicely. I'm going to be taking the orange now. That's going to be going in the crease as well on the outer corner. This is like such a unique color. Add a bit more of the yellow. Definitely still want that to come through and blend like the colors together. Now I'm gonna take the red shade, which I hope is actually red, and that's gonna go in the very outer corner, blending up toward the crease, but not too much in the crease. Yeah, it definitely looks like a hot pink, not a red. In the pan it looks red, in person it looks red, but it never looks as red as I want it to look. Now I'm just gonna cut my crease. Now I'm gonna take that electric pink. I'm gonna pack this on the lid. Now I'm gonna go in with the magenta pink color. Make sure that's nice and blended. Yep, blended. And same with that orange. And lastly, the yellow. I'm pretty obsessed with this look right now. I'm pretty obsessed with this palette. If you love colors, I highly recommend this palette. It's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line now. I'm first gonna take the yellow and put it all over my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take the pink that I use all over the lid. And then I'm gonna take the red and put that as close to my lower lash line as possible. For $10, this brush set is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put on lashes and maybe a white eyeliner or something on the waterline, and I'll be right back. The lashes that I used are Dodo lashes in the style D105. They're so affordable, but they come from China, so they take like 3 weeks to get to the US. I have a coupon code and I'll leave it here so you can use it and in the description as well, and they'll be even more affordable, but they're like so cheap and I love them. Anyway, so I'm moving on to contour, and I got this little tiny set from Kevyn Aucoin at the checkout line in Sephora. I mentioned that the checkout line is like so evil because they put all these little things that as you're checking out, you're kind of bored waiting in line to pay. They put all these really enticing things, and this was one of them. It was pretty affordable, so I was like, let's try it. I've never tried anything from Kevyn Aucoin before. I just kind of want to see if it's pretty good, and then maybe I'll end up buying one of his contour books that I've been wanting to buy for a really long time. But it comes with a contour shade and a highlight shade. I'm gonna use them both in this video. Let's see which brush I can use for this. So I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my under eye, which is the only good brush that I think would work for this, in all honesty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that for the contour. I like this brush more for contour than for the under eye. I do feel like I have to warm up my skin after this though. Like, it is so cool tone. Just gonna contour my nose a little bit too. So I'm just gonna take a warmer tone contour color from the Wet n Wild contour palette. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better. Now I'm gonna be using the fan brush in the brush collection and the highlight from the Kevyn Aucoin contour. I'm not a huge fan of fan brushes. See what I did there? I like the fan brush, it's really soft, and the highlight is really subtle, too subtle for me I think. For blush, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Blush and Glow kit, which was also in the checkout line at Sephora. Let's see how this highlighter performs in comparison to the Kevyn Aucoin. Looks like this, it's super cute, and it was also pretty affordable. Natasha Denona is a very expensive brand, so I'm going to be using this brush from the kit. The blush is quite scary color. Let's see. Ooh, I actually really like it. It reminds me of Nora's Orgasm. It has like a sheen to it, and it's really similar in color, but it's really subtle as well. Like, you have to build it up if you want it, but I like that in a blush because you don't want to look like a clown right off the bat if you dip your brush in like for a second. All right, now let's try this highlight. I think it's just as subtle, but buildable. Like, on a daily basis, I would probably use this, but for it being so expensive and not as pigmented, I'm kind of disappointed in that. I'm actually going to try it with my normal highlighting brush that I always use to see if it's the brushes or the highlight. Let's see. Yeah, it's the highlight for sure. I mean, it's buildable, but there comes a point where you're going to start seeing all my texture if I keep building it up. For lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. This is actually new for me. I have used the other ones and I love the formula of the NYX ones, but this shade in particular is new to me. So let's see how it looks. Oh, it's the perfect nude. I can already tell. I'm just going to put a gloss on top. This is the Dose of Colors Over the Top gloss, which is Desi XK, which I love. I do have a new setting spray to try out. It's not new by any means, but it is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea setting spray. Got the travel version, which was also in the checkout line, I'm pretty sure, at Sephora. So let's see how I like this, and if I like it, I might get the full size. I actually really like that smell. Oh my god, it reminds me of something from my childhood. Oh, it smells so good. I'm not sure how to judge a setting spray on first impression, except for the fact that I don't like the sprayer at all. It puts it all in one place instead of putting it where you want it, which is kind of annoying. So this is the final look. I'm obsessed with the eye look,